ideally, people would consider senior living when they're doing their retirement planning, when they're in their 50s and they're purchasing a long-term care policy to help pay for senior living. You think about sort of the natural course that a lot of people take in life. Kind of the vast majority of people go through phases as they're young adults and into adulthood where maybe they want to purchase a home. And they purchase a home, maybe a starter home, and then they want to go into maybe that dream home of theirs or the home that they raise their family in. And then one day they may want to downsize. My husband and I downsized just a couple of years ago when our youngest daughter went off to college. We downsized, so it was like the next progression.
Yeah, or right size, as they say.
Right size, yeah. That's right.
Industry word.
That's right. My husband says we did not downsize; we changed sizes, and it was not by much. But it's kind of this natural progression. But a lot of people stop at that right sizing home or that downsized home or their retirement home, and they think of their last house. And a lot of people kind of stop planning there, and they don't plan, and they may even plan for retirement, and retirement to them means travel and leisure. My mom and her husband just got back from an amazing nearly 3-week trip to Amsterdam and Italy, and they are living out their retirement. But what happens in another 10 years when maybe they're not able to do those things anymore, still vibrant, still wanting an active life?
And how old are they?
70.
70.
Yeah, so that young, but retired.
So would you say that conversation, or you start thinking about that in your late 60s, early 70s, or?
I think if people are planning really well for their futures, they would be having these conversations and these discussions in their 50s.
Really? Wow.
And purchasing long-term care policies to help pay for that phase of life, because in your 50s, you think about when you're in your early, you're starting a career maybe in your 20s, and you're planning for retirement, right? At 65, 67, whatever that age is now that people retire, that's a long way away. That's 40 years. Okay, so when you retire, you're starting that next chapter, and you may be around the 67, 68, maybe 70 age range. Well, what happens 15 years later when maybe, or 10 years later, or maybe 5 years later, when you don't necessarily want the burdens of the upkeep of the home.
Yeah.
Maybe you want the freedom, and you look at communities that offer an independent living lifestyle, and there's so much freedom there of somebody else maintaining the property itself, the housekeeping, there's some meals included, there's things like that.
Convivium Coffee Company.
Convivium Coffee, yes.
Yes. Speaking of, we are here at Thrive at Montvale.
Yeah.
And every single person, I'd say 9 out of 10 people I meet in independent living communities, that's why they choose to move into a Thrive Senior Living community.
Yeah.
Is literally like Larry. I was in a 4,000 square foot home. I can't mow the, I mean, I just don't want to.
I've
worked hard.
May not even be that they can't.
Yeah.
It may just be, I want a different lifestyle. I want the freedom to have the social life that I want. I want the relaxation. I want to enjoy all the movies I love to watch. I want to go on trips with new friends. And so they can build, people moving into independent livings really think about the type of lifestyle that they want to build.
Yeah.
And that freedom that comes with that.